it's your girl, and we're gathered here to fulfill the prophecy. We're back talking about Sonic the Hedgehog. And here some of you thought that I was going to stop. Nah, there's no escape for me. And since sharing is caring, I am once again sharing my brain rot with you. You're welcome, I think. And this is something I've been meaning to talk about for a while. Like a while. And who else better to talk about this super specific opinion I have than to you guys? No one really. So let's go! Today we talk about how Sonic Boom is an ironic masterpiece. But, slight detour though, I am once again going to be annoying and ask for you, lovely viewer, to subscribe if you haven't. For those who are new here, hi! I am Akari. I talk about Sonic and other stuff too. And sometimes I draw. I don't know if you can tell. But I would really appreciate it if you smash that like button like all those gaming YouTubers ask for. My voice may not have the same enthusiasm, like your girl is a bit tired, college has been rough, but I pinky swear that every sub makes me happy. So thank you for the like and sub. Anyways, back to the video. I will forever stand my ground that Sonic Boom is an absolute masterpiece on its writing. But why, you may ask? The animation is rushed, the characters are very out of character, and Sonic has blue arms. Though that isn't as big of a crime anymore. Back in my day, the outrage for Sonic's blue arms was real, yo. Then the first movie design was released and everyone saw Boom Sonic as a work of art, but I digress. Here's the kicker though, Sonic's Boom strengths come from the irony of it all. The thing is that if you want a profound story with developed characters, you're missing the point here. Sonic Boom ain't that, it was never its goal. Which PS, if you do want a Sonic show like that, go watch Sonic X. Just trust me in this one, okay? Each season just gets better and better. Okay, propaganda aside, it is my theory that Sonic Boom never took itself seriously at all. Now, lower your pitchforks, Sonic Boom haters and fans, and Sonic fanbase. Why do I have the audacity of saying something like that? Well, to start, the series is a comedy primarily, then an action show. So that's the first indicator of the show saying like, hey, don't take me too seriously. Comedy shows, while they can have emotional beats, are not required to. That's just the extra seasoning. But Boom wasn't formatted to be like that. Okay then Akari, comedy. That's what we should focus on then. And some people say it sucks. Which is totally okay if that's not your thing. Humor is subjective. But people are saying that it's not funny because the characters are too out of character. Which is ironic. Sonic would have never said that. Knuckles and Tails aren't stupid. Shadow's motivations are dumb. And that's where it ends because, to be honest, Styx is a new character and Amy was well handled in my opinion. But the point still stands. And you're right. You're completely right. The characters are out of character. But you see, that's the absolute genius of this show. It has fooled us all. Sonic Boom is a parody of all that's wrong with modern day Sonic. Like, it pokes fun at the major flaws of Sonic in the games, and damn it works. In my experience, when you rewatch this show with that in mind, it makes it 10 times funnier than it is. But how do we know that was the intention? Well, it's easy. There's one episode which most people just overlook as the show being self-aware. When they get real meta about a video game in the universe. They literally poke fun at so many things that Sonic the franchise has been criticized for in the past. Hell, they even put they shouldn't have changed the color of this character's legs. And yeah, that's meta, but that's the point. This show was never meant to be taken seriously because it's parodying Sonic the franchise. And that's when some of y'all are missing the opportunity. Granted, I do not know that was the intention initially. It might have not been, and we may never know. But it's all about perspective. I assure you that by season 2, they had already embraced the parody aspect of the show. Now, I will be the first one to agree. This show is not perfect. Far from it, actually. But what I'm trying to get here is that the show in itself isn't terrible. When you look at it from this perspective, the writing in this show is actually pretty good. Albeit unusual, but pretty clever. Though take this as you may like. I am not saying that if you hate the show, you're wrong. This is just another perspective to look at the show in which you're totally valid if you do not like. Though, if you want my personal opinion on this show, honestly, the only thing I can say is that it gets better as the time passes. It just ages like fine wine. Here's a little bit of a story time for you. While I was making the drawing for this video, I was rewatching Sonic Boom once again. You know, for educational purposes and research purposes for this video. Yeah, totally. But that was when I came across with one of the most clever jokes I've heard from this series. It is literally in the first episode, so I'm going to narrate it, since copyright may come for me if I put the clip in. But it's about this scene where Sonic is falling, and he contacts Tails with his wrist thingy. And he says he's coming in for a harsh landing, and asks for Tails to cover him. And Tails replies with Roger. And Knuckles asks who that is. Sonic just replies with a smug voice that he's talking about him, and the scene ends. Now that may not sound as much of a joke for you, but for those who didn't get it, Sonic's voice actor on the show is named Roger Craig Smith. See how I said this show was clever? Like, I'm just embarrassed to say that it took me so long to get it, but when I did, I just bursted out like giggling. The writing in this show can be genius sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. But actually, do let me know your opinion on the show. I am very curious to see if the general hatred for this show still persists, or if people have changed their opinions like I did. Because I'm gonna be fully transparent here. I am not even gonna pretend I always liked this show. No. Back when it came out, I actually hated it. With a burning passion, I hated it. But you know, people change. That, and I'm biased by the funny cartoon hedgehog. So you can say I'm not valid, but you bet I will still put my 2 cents on the subject. I think I hated it because I really wanted a convoluted story with emotional beats and character development out of Boom, which you heard me talk. Sonic Boom is just not that. So, moral of the story. Always take a chance to look at something you didn't like again, because you might find some other way to enjoy it. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Either way, thank you if you listened till the end. I have been Akari-san. Keep drawing and stay rad. See you next video. Bye bye!